Hey guys, let me know if you can see me and hear me clearly and we can get into today's live stream. So I'm just going to test to see if everything's running okay. I'm hoping the connection is fine today and we don't have any issues. If you guys can quickly let me know if I'm not lagging, if it's lagging slightly, it doesn't matter, but if there's a massive amount of lag, please let me know. Or let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly and if everything's running smoothly. I am watching it on my phone and it seems to be okay. I don't seem to be having too many issues on my phone. People are saying it's lagging, but for me, it looks completely fine. So I'm going to switch to the video stream and let me know if it's lagging now. It shouldn't be lagging, guys. Like, I'm having a look on my screen. It looks completely fine to me. Let me just skip. So I'm going to switch to the video stream and let me know if it's lagging now. It shouldn't be lagging, guys. We've got a couple of tests, but I don't think it's lagging. Let me just double check. Let me know if it's fine, guys. In terms of the browser, if the browser's lagging, let me know. But I don't think there's a lag. I think it looks completely fine to me. Yeah, guys, if you can just quickly let me know if the browser tabs are refreshing fine, then we can just get straight on with it. But I think when I switch to the screen sharing, it kind of like helps out a little bit. So if you can just let me know quickly, that would be great. From my screen, it looks completely fine. I am having a look at myself. So guys, we're going to get straight into it because I've had the heads up from everybody that the stream looks fine at the moment. There might be a slight lag or a slight delay, but it's nothing crazy. It should be completely fine in my opinion. There might, like I said, be a very slight delay, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, if we can smash the like button, that'd be great, because today's video is all about preparing for Q4. I'm going to give you guys like a checklist of things that I think you should do. I'm going to give you guys some examples of what to do. So yeah, if you guys can just quickly smash the like button. Let's get as many subscribers on this live stream as possible, as there is only 141 people watching right now, which is pretty disappointing. But if you can just smash the like button, help everybody get on board so they can watch the information. It will be on replay. You will be able to watch this after the live stream finishes if you have to get going somewhere. That is fine. I am reading all the comments as well, guys, which is great. We've got people from Mexico here, which is amazing. And I want to announce a few exciting things I'll be announcing at the end of the live stream in terms of something that I think a lot of you guys will be very interested in. So yeah, that's good as well. But today's live stream is purely on Q4, how to prepare for it, giving you guys a checklist, because I haven't actually made a video on Q4 yet. This will be my first video this year on Q4. So it is a good video to watch. I made a free course last year, so I'm going to quickly show you guys this just as context. So you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm also using the Safari browser because somebody recommended last video to use Safari instead of Google Chrome, because they said that it would probably work a little bit better, which we'll have to wait and see if it does. So it's a bit slow, which is annoying. But I did make a video last year, and I want to quickly show you that video last year that I made, because that is also important. So 2 seconds, let me find it. It should be around here somewhere. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of context and then we'll move into the video. I just want to give you guys the video that I'd recommend that you watch maybe in the next week or two, or whenever you've got a bit of time. It's not that video. Let's have a look. So the video that I recommend that you guys watch maybe after this live stream or maybe whenever you got some time is I made this free Q4 course. I'm gonna make the screen bigger as well. Hold on a second. I made this free Q4 course last year, and that's really the main reason why I haven't really made one this year, because this video is still valid. There's a few things that obviously are old and a little bit outdated, but the majority of the video is pretty accurate right now. But this is just going to be a live stream, basically touching up on this video, giving you guys a little bit more up-to-date stuff that you should be doing. And I will be making a few Q4 videos this year as well, some small ones, but this will probably be the main one this year. And you should watch this one as well from last year as well. That'll be very important to watch. But let's get straight into this free Google Doc sheet I'm going to create with you on this live stream as well. I will leave it in the description. If you guys can also smash the like button, that'd be great. And options a little bit later on in the live stream as well. So yeah, those will be answered a little bit later on. So let's get straight into Q4. So the first thing that you want to do, and this is something that I'd recommend that you guys do, is you want to be focused on a store. So let me just quickly backspace this. This is going to be a, hold on a second, Q4 checklist. So this is going to be a Q4 checklist, and I'm building this on a live stream with you, which is actually pretty funny because I didn't think I'd ever build a checklist with you on a live stream. I find that quite cool. So we're going to do this together. So let me just quickly change the size, the font. This font's terrible, it's small. And I know on the live stream you're barely going to be able to read this, so give me a few moments to get the font to a size that I think you'll be able to read, because I am watching this on my screen as well. So as soon as I see a font size that will work, I'll let you guys know. And also let me know in the comment section below. Let me know when there's a font size that you think is good enough where you can see it. Now, in my opinion, from what I've just seen, this font size is big enough for you to read. So just let me know in the live stream if it's big enough. I'm checking on my phone and it looks big enough to me. So yeah, if you can let me know, that would be great. So what font size is that? That's a 37. That's a 29. So I'm going to make that one 30. So let me know if you can see that font size. It should be big enough. So yeah, you guys saying the font size is good. Cool. Now, I might make it, I'm going to make it slightly smaller, 35. So you've got store. So we're going to focus on these things right here. So you've got product or products. Now, inside of products, you've got niches. So you're going to have your niches. And then you've got your website. What size is that? This should be 35. Let me do 35. We change this to 35. So you've got products, niches, and store. Now I'm going to be going through each one through some other things as well. And these are just subtitles for what you need to focus on. Then you've got marketing. Then you've got retention. Things like profit as well. And then you've also got apps. So these are a few things that are very important that you're going to need to really pay attention to. And I need to also go into store lifetime. So these are a few things that you guys are going to need to make sure you prepare for, which is products, niches, store. Now that's going to irritate me because that's not in capital letters, so I'll fix that now. So you've got products, niches, store, apps, marketing, retention, profit, and store lifetime. So store lifetime means basically, can you use that store for the next year? You know, can that Q4 store run over till the next year? This is really important, by the way, which I'll go over in a little bit of time. So let's start with the products in terms of everything to do with products and market research. I think really the most important part here should be market research. Let me put that in market. You guys are going to have to bear with me in terms of this because obviously this is a live stream where I can't just cut and chop off the bits where they're taking a little bit long. But hey guys, welcome to the live stream. If you're new to the live stream, smash the like button. We've only got 214 people on this live stream, which is a little bit poor in my opinion. So if you can smash the like button, that'd be absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's start with market research because that all correlates with, so these three all correlate together, but there's different ways you want to be doing it. So number one is your market research. Now, every Q4 is going to be very different to all the other ones. And I'm going to change this to the Q4 checklist. And I'll leave, by the way, I'll leave this Google Doc sheet in the description at the end of the video so you guys can take a look at it. But market research is going to be different every year because things change in the world. So last Q4, that was the first time we had the... I'm not going to mention the word, but you know what it was, the global incident. That was the first time, and that actually changed the market in terms of the way the market perceived things. So every year, markets are going to be perceived differently. So what you can see, what I've done here, I'm going to bring this tab over here so you can see it, is I've searched onto Google best-selling niches during Black Friday. So this is what we call a bit of market research. And you can see here, Amazon has just released this article talking about what did well on the 2nd of December, 2020. So if we actually have a look at this, it's going to show us what products are currently doing really, really well. And what you want to do with this information is you want to then put it into your market research. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit more bigger, is things you want to look for is age, gender, location. These are things that you want to pay attention to. These three things are going to correlate with everything else. This is so important because the market changes every year. So the age range is going to be different, the gender range is going to be different, and the location is going to be different. So bear these things in mind because as soon as you've got these things, you're going to know a little bit better on what you're going to want to target. So yeah, again, I'll be leaving this in the description, by the way, guys. Make sure you smash the like button to show some appreciation as I'm doing this live with you on this video. Now, you can see that the #1 selling product was a Amazon Echo, and you can find these on AliExpress. So let me just quickly open up an AliExpress tab. So you can sell AliExpress or dropshipping versions of these products, and then you can see here you got a Fire TV stick. You can see here you got a Shark robot. You can see you got an Echo Show, iRobot again. So you can see pretty much a lot of these are electronical products. And then what you might want to do is, because you're noticing that the majority of the products that are being sold right now are your electronical products, what you might want to then do is you might want to go back to Google again, and what you might want to do is you might want to search this. So give me 2 seconds, it's taking a while. So genders, you might want to do who buys the most electronics. So my spelling might be really bad right now. Hold on a second. So you can see here who buys the most electronics. So what you want to do here is you want to try and find what's going on with the electronics. So you want to try and find the age. So here you want to find the age, the gender, the location, by searching for this, because they will give you articles. You can see here revenue of customers, electronics market worldwide, so forth. So let's have a look what this is. This might just be for the American market. Let's find out. If it is, we'll have to find a different article. Now you're probably thinking, why does this even matter? Now this matters because when you're doing ads in Q4, you want to try and limit the cost, and how you're going to limit the cost is by making sure that your marketing's pretty laser focused. So if your marketing's not laser focused during Q4, then you're going to have very expensive ad costs. So this is why we're doing this, by the way, guys, if it doesn't actually make any sense to you right now. So you can see here revenue of customers by electronics. So you can see here revenue of consumers electronics market worldwide by country in 2009. Now this is a little bit outdated, but you can take it with a little bit of pinch of salt. So you can see here Germany is a big market, the UK is a big market, the United States is a big market, but you want to look for these. Like Germany is a market where not a lot of people target it, but you want to look for it. So we're going to go back because that article is a little bit outdated. So which countries are the most important in electronics? Consumers, electronic shopping trends in 2018. So you want to look for articles like this where it shows you trends. Now, hopefully it will show you genders and ages, but let's wait and see what this article is saying. Now I'm going to go over pay. So I'm going to be going over. So I've missed something out on here. So let me have a look quickly. Let's do. You know what? I'm going to add a new thing in here. So it's going to be called cash flow. So I'm going to add this in. I'm going to go back to this a little bit later because I know a lot of you are going to be asking for it. Because during Q4 you're going to need this. So I'm going to be going over this section in a minute, guys. Let me just show you. Let me see if I can find some stuff in this article that might be an example of what I'm trying to say. So Key takeaways. 51% of customers buyers on electronic first website they visit. So here we go. Boom. There we go. This is a very good fact. 51% of customers who buy electronics do not buy from the first website they visit. So that tells you you're going to have to do a lot of retargeting. People buy expensive electronical products before phones and weeks before Christmas. Q4 is the biggest season for, okay, we knew that. So you're just basically looking for information, guys. I'm not going to spend too long doing this on the live stream, but you're currently looking for information that can fill this in. So for example, I'm only doing this as an example. This might not be very accurate. This might be, and again, from when you've done your research, it could be 25 to 35. That's what this could be, you know? This is just an example. Then this could be 80% male. Now, again, it depends what you're doing the market research on. So I'm doing market research on electronical products. So I'll put EC for electronical products. So that could be at location. You could do USA, UK, Germany. So these are the ones that I saw that I think are going to be the best for what I'm doing. So that's what you want to do, and you want to do this for each market that you're researching, because it's very, very important that you do it for each. And then obviously products, you can put in here the different types of products. You can put things like speakers, you can put things like cameras, you can put cameras in here and all sorts, but you want to just go through this like that, because then you're building up a customer profile. And during Q4 things are going to get expensive, guys, so you really need to know what you're doing. So let's move to cash flow. This is a very important topic, cash flow. Now, your marketing costs during Q4 are going to go up by around about, so you're looking at around about 20 to 40% your marketing costs are going to go up by. So if you were paying to get a customer and it was costing you, let's say $10, it's now going to cost you 20% more, so $2 extra or $4 extra. So you need to bear that in mind when you're doing this, guys. Now, with cash flow itself, you're looking at things like now it's down to you how you can do it. You can do either credit cards, or you can do charge cards. Now, this isn't financial advice, but these are the two options that you've got, really, unless, and I really don't recommend it, and I really do, I would really avoid doing it. And the last option you've got, really, if is things like loans, but I wouldn't go into that personally or anything like that. But these are the two that we do personally, and majority of cases it's this. Now, for those that are wondering what cards I'm currently using, is these ones. I'm currently using this card here. I'm going to show it you, and I'm using I'm going to show you which ones I'm using right now. And these are the ones that I'm going to be using again this year. So I'm using this company here, and I'm using this company here, which I'm sure you guys would have seen loads and loads of times. So I'm using Capital on Tap. And I'm also using American Express, but I'm using the Platinum business cards, and I use both of them as business cards, by the way. So if you actually go into the YouTube channel, hold on a second, I want to show you this quickly, because I've actually got it listed. Instead of me showing you on this video, I might as well just show you where to go to watch, because obviously the live stream just takes ages to load, which is really, really annoying. So let me show you this quickly. Okay. Cool. So if we go to channels, so guys, do bear in mind, if you didn't know this, we actually do have a second channel. It's called the e-commerce mentoring channel, by the way. So if you go to this channel, and I'd probably say you probably want to do this after the live stream, not before. And if you go to this, the best credit cards for ecom 2021, this will go over the best credit cards, the ones that I'm actually using myself as well. So do go and watch this video, because it's going to explain everything to you in more detail. So those are the two options that you've got, really, for cash flow. And obviously you've got things like savings as well, so you can actually invest saved money. I don't know why my caps lock's gone. So you've got savings as well. So the other thing is, guys, in terms of cash flow, is you want to be careful with how you scale as well. So scaling is really, really important with Q4, because You don't, this is the make or break for your business. So I'm going to highlight this as well. This part is the make or break, because if you can't keep the cash flow working in the business whilst you're scaling, then you're going to die, because you don't want to get really happy because you're making lots of sales, but then over scale, and then you've got no money to scale with it, because then your whole supply chain dies out and then you've got nothing to be left with. So I just want to make sure you guys know when to scale and when not to scale. If you can't use these options, or these options are not available right now because you've either run out of credit line or your charge cards are ran out, then you need to then look at what the business is coming through with every month or every week. So you need a good, and that brings me next to the next thing, which is, have you guys got right now, sorry, I was just reading the questions, by the way. Have you guys got right now a profit tracking app? And this is really important. So that's something that I would say. So you need a profit tracking app. Now I use, in my opinion, Profit is the app I use. So you want a profit tracking app. So this is really important. Even if you're not making money right now and you really want to take Q4 serious, profit tracking is really, really important. And the app that I'm using is Profit. And I do have this app listed in my description. And if you use the app, if you use the link for this app, you will get a discount code. And this is the one that we're using, because guys, if you don't know how much money you're making on a weekly basis, and this app will track it for you and calculate roughly what you're doing on a weekly basis, then you're pretty much screwed, you know, because again, don't scale for the sake of scaling, because you'll destroy your whole chain, and that will not be good for anybody. Now we're going to go over PayPal as well. So we're going to be going over that right now. Hold on a second, because somebody just mentioned something that was really good, which was PayPal. So let's go back to this checklist. So that's all this. So let me go to this. So now we've got PayPal. PayPal is really important. PayPal holds. So if anybody's been wondering about PayPal holds, here is your time. Now the reason why this is the time is because you guys have always been asking about PayPal holds. I'm going over it now. This is the best way to counter your PayPal holds. So number one, what you're doing, I'm going to link this directly into the chat as well. 2 seconds. I'm going to leave it there. So it's linked there. So when you guys look at this cheat sheet, it's going to be there. But I'm going to be going over the website as well. So with PayPal holds, the main reasons why you get PayPal holds is number one. So reason one why you're going to get holds is going to be either tracking numbers. Tracking numbers is going to be the biggest issue for you. Quickly change that. So tracking numbers is the main reason. So you need to make sure that with PayPal holds, if your tracking numbers are not being added, then you're going to have big issues with your hold on a second. You guys are saying you can't see. If you guys can, somebody's saying we can't see. Surely you guys can see, right? If somebody can just clarify if everything's working, because I don't know if somebody's just commenting in there saying. Let me know if you guys can see. I'm watching this on my own phone and I can see the screen fine. I don't know if somebody's just having issues with their own servers, but I can see the screen on mine pretty well. I'm going over these PayPal tracking issues as well, guys, so make sure you're paying attention to this. Yeah, you guys saying you can see it, which is good. All right, cool. Let me go over the rest of this PayPal tracking malarkey. Yeah, it's working. That's cool. That's cool. So with tracking numbers, you need to make sure that every transaction that you put on PayPal automatically gets the tracking number, and it doesn't just get the tracking number. And this is where people go wrong with tracking numbers. It's got nothing to do with tracking numbers on a certain extent. You also want to make sure that the tracking numbers are getting updated. Pardon me, updated regular. So you want to make sure that your tracking numbers are getting updated regular, because you can add the tracking number. You can add the tracking number once you've got the order, but in terms of it being updated, that's another story, you know. That's something totally different. So the app that I use personally is Tracksure. So this is the app that you can use, Tracksure, and it updates all the tracking numbers for you and makes everything easy. So yeah, this is a great website to use, and I'll be leaving it in the description. So yeah, making sure tracking numbers is working. Now the second issue that people get with PayPal is chargebacks over. So a lot of you guys won't even know this as well. Over 1%. All right, I put that the wrong way. 1%. So a lot of you guys are going to get issues to PayPal because your chargebacks are over 1%. So it means that, let's say you've got, and this will kick in over time. Let's say you've got, trying to work it out. Let's say you're getting about 10 orders a week, okay? Now, if your chargeback rate, let's do chargeback rate over 1%. So if you're getting more than 1% chargeback rates, then you're gonna get yourself into a lot of issues. So that's the other reason you're also getting PayPal holds, because your chargeback rate is over 1%. If you guys didn't know that, put in the live chat if you didn't know about this, because I don't know if a lot of people know about this. But yeah, if you can let me know in the live chat if you knew about this issue, which is chargeback rates being over 1%. Now, the third reason why you're going to get these PayPal holds is because, let me just quickly put this in. The third reason why you're going to get it is because you don't know LLC or LTD or whatever you want to call it. So the other issue is you don't have a legal entity built. Now, this is going to be a big issue. You cannot get, do not be in Q4 if you haven't got this. If you haven't got this, do not get started in Q4. You're going to really, really struggle. So you need one of these for PayPal. Now, the fourth thing is basically money. So I'm going to put it as money checks. Money checks is the fourth one. So the fourth reason is they're checking the money. So they're checking where the money's come from. Is it legit? So forth. So this is something that you can't control. So I'm going to put out of control. So this thing is completely out of your control. You cannot control this because obviously if you're doing dropshipping the right way, this is out of your control. You can't let, so this is something that PayPal just has to do on its own. And so for example, if you're doing, I'm just going to give you an example. Let's say you're doing 100K a month or 50K a month, you're going to get regulated. This is a form of regulation where PayPal needs to check where the money's coming from. But not just that, but if you're putting through your company, or if you're putting through, let me delete that. If you're putting through, let's say 50 customers a week, PayPal has a risk. The risk being, there's a risk involved here. The reason why there's a risk is because if you've got 50 customers coming through a week, then PayPal wants to know that they're happy. Because if they're not happy, this risk gets alerted. Because why is there a risk? Boom. Charge backs. So this is the problem with PayPal, which is risk assessments. And this is why people have issues, because you've got to think from, people hate PayPal, and I have mixed opinions, but you've got to admit that they only have so much they can do, where if they don't risk assess on a larger scale, then it's going to be tough for them, because what happens if people want to charge back? So I'm going to delete that because I don't want it to confuse people. But basically, this fourth one is out of your control. You can't do anything about this. As soon as you get to a level of doing like 50 to 20, 50, 100, 200K in a short amount of time, you've got nothing you can do. You just got to be patient. If PayPal ask for documents, supply statements, if PayPal ask for that, just give it them. Don't question them. Just do as they say. And also, something that people don't do with PayPal is they don't call them. People don't call PayPal. If you've got an issue with PayPal, call them. Build a relationship with them. Contact them. Ask for a superior person, not just a randomer that picks up the phone. And that's how you want to do it. And then as soon as you build a good relationship with PayPal, things will get done a lot nicer. Now, Also, you don't want to just be using PayPal. Try other payment gateways as well. So that's PayPal out of the way, guys. There's not much more you can really do about this. This is all you can do to fix that issue. Let me see what the live stream comments are saying. Now, a lot of people say PayPal's trash, but if you don't have PayPal, you're missing out. So look, I'm not going to do it here because it'll take me ages, but if you Google what's the decrease in conversion if you don't use PayPal, it's like 30-something%. So guys, it's trash. Yes, it can be trash. But if you're not using it, then you're going to struggle. So, pardon me, that's why you need to make sure you've got it. Now, let's talk about the niches. So, what niches right now, in my opinion, for Q4 do really, really well. And then guys, don't forget to smash the like button. We've got 297 people on the live stream. If you appreciate this live, and I know it's quite boring content, but it is really important and it is going to help you guys out this year, then make sure you smash the like button. So the niches, so in my opinion, what's going to do the best is kids, capital letters, kids, toys is going to be the first one. That does really, really well. Kids toys, I'm going to quickly give myself some space as well. Kids toys are going to do really, really well. What else is going to do really, really well for you is beauty. What else is going to do really, really well for you is going to be... Let's have a look. Beauty, kids toys. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. And if you guys can smash the like button, that'd be great. I know I keep saying it, but I just want this video to do well because it's a lot of value. Sports equipment, so things like golf, I can't even spell golf, tennis, don't think I'm spelling that right, tennis, however you spell it, my spelling is really bad, golf, sports, tennis, things like boxing. So don't just do the sports that are like very obvious. Do things that are outside that you wouldn't think about. So selling like boxing stuff or MMA or things like that could do really, really well. Jewelry is a good one as well. So you're thinking of things like that will do well. So things like rings. So I'm gonna niche it down a bit. Rings, necklaces, those do really well. Things like bracelets, they all do well as well. Okay, now I'm not going to add these in here because those are just very obvious, but jewelry is the obvious one. Now fitness does well as well. So let me touch on fitness quickly because not a lot of people actually talk about this. Fitness is good because guess what? New Year's resolutions. Now guys, don't laugh at my spelling. I know it's really bad. I don't need you guys to tell me how bad it is. It is terrible. That's why I've got to use Grammarly. But anyway, fitness, because guess what? This ties in with this. Now, the reason why you want to be thinking about this, New Year's resolutions, not just that, but you want to be thinking of January. January. You want to be thinking of New Year's resolutions and January. Why? Because look, think of it logistically, why it is so important. So think of it logistically, why this is important. So I'm going to wait for you guys to put in the live chat. I'm going to try and build some engagement with you guys. Why do you think these two things are important during Q4? And if you guys can't get it, I'll explain. But and it's to do with this. Guess what? It's to do with the supply chain. So supply chain. So I'm going to give you a hint. It's to do with this. It's to do with this right here. So this is one of the most important things. Now, let me see what you guys think. Start of the year. So guys, I'm just reading the comments right now, see what you guys think. So the reason why it's important is because of this one big thing. You've got something called deadlines. These are your deadlines. And your deadlines are going to be Xmas. Your deadline is Xmas. That is your biggest deadline here, your Xmas. This is what's going to really cause you issues. Now, if you're selling, let's say, for example, a Valentine's Day. So guess what? You got Valentine's Day as well. So I'm going to just put that here. So you got deadlines, which is your Christmas. This is really important. And you know what? You've got deadlines because of another reason. If you're doing like Black Friday and stuff like that, then you've got other deadlines. But Christmas is going to be your biggest deadline. You know, if people do not receive their products for Christmas, you are going to get an absolute headache. I mean, absolute headache. So if you're selling products that you could also sell for Valentine's Day, you can also sell for New Year's resolution, or anything that just fits the January period. And again, this comes back down to market research. What does well during January? Because the whole market changes during January. It's a slow period, but there's a reason why. Now, if you're selling jewelry on your website and it doesn't come for Christmas, or you're telling customers that it doesn't have to come for Christmas, then it's a Valentine's Day product, or it fits in with this fitness New Year's resolution. So you want to think to yourself, well, do I really want to be playing on these deadlines and stressing myself out? Or do I want to be thinking about maybe leveraging the January period as well? So that's just something to think about, guys. I don't want to kind of like bore you on it, but it is really, really important that you think of that. So these are some niches that do really, really well during the Christmas period, or the Q4 period. Did I put tech on here? So tech is another one, of course, that does well. Now, let's talk a little bit about the store. This is really important now. Yeah, what about mixing niches such as kids and sports? Yeah, you can mix the niches. That's completely fine. There's no problem with that. Now, let's talk a little. Store is really, really important. So I'm going to go over this one quickly. So with your store, you either want to be doing a niche store, or you want to be doing a general store. These are the two types of stores you want to be doing. Niche or general store. In my opinion, that's what you want to be doing. Now, again, it could be one of these. So the niche could be any of those. Or, where is it gone? Or you can just do a general store, but it covers everything, you know? But then you're spreading yourself wide, bear that in mind. So also you need to think about upsells. What can you upsell the people that are buying one of these products? Because let's be honest, profit on first sale, hold on a second. Oh, I can't even spell. So hold on. Profit on first sale is probably going to be, guess what? Probably going to be minus. I'm not saying it will. I'm not going to be saying it will. And don't worry, guys, for those that are asking about supply chain, suppliers, and all that kind of stuff, I will be going over that a little bit later. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to be going over all that stuff in a little bit later. So upsells, because guess what? Realistically, unless you're selling a high ticket product, and guess what? I'm going to be going over this right now. Where should I put this? Try and focus on high ticket. So I would try and focus on high ticket. Now, why am I saying try and focus on high ticket is because, look, if you're selling just normal products, then you're going to have the issue because your profit margins are not going to be good. Your profit on your first sale is going to be in the minus, okay? Now, that's why you need upsells. So you want to be upselling people on your products. So you can upsell them on, so for example, let's say I'm selling, actually I want to show you something quickly. You know what? I'm going to show you something very, very quickly. Check this out. I've got something for you guys. Hold on. I've got something for you guys that I want to show you, a real life example. So I think you're getting bored of that Google Doc sheet. I'm going to be showing you guys a real example of how you can perfectly do this. So let me just change this to orders as well. Switch it up a little bit. So, trying to make sure I can find that exact product that I did the other day. So for Q4, I wouldn't recommend a one product store personally. You can do them. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm saying you can't. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it for time reasons. Trying to show you guys a real example because I found an example the other day that I thought was spot on. and you guys can have a look at it, because during Q4 the chances of you guys making money on the first go is just very unlikely because of the costs. But where you make a lot of money, this is the product that I want to show you. Where you're going to make a lot of money in Q4 is by people buying a ton of products from your website. And then that's why I'm saying to you guys that these stores are good, because when people buy for Christmas, they buy lots of stuff. They buy one thing and think, well, let me buy another thing, and let me buy another thing, and let me buy another thing. So by doing that, you want these because you can maximize your store. But check this out. Now, I'm gonna show you guys this image, and you tell me what I'm thinking, because I don't want to just directly tell you this. I want you guys to try and think. So I'm gonna show you this image right here. So if you, why is it bugging out? So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So if you saw this image on your Facebook ads, so if you saw this on your ad library, what are you thinking? So I'm showing you the image now. If you saw this appear, if this image appeared on your Facebook timeline and you wanted to buy it, what would you think about? So there we go. Ankle bracelet. You guys have spotted it out. So the main product that I'm going to be selling is going to be this sneaker here. But then I'm going to put on the product page. On the product page, I'm going to have the bracelet. And guess what I'm going to put on the product page? Get the look. So I'm going to be selling the sneaker, but I'm going to be giving them, guess what? Get the look, which is going to be everything else in there. So I'm going to delete that anyway, because that's pointless. But anyway, so I'm going to be then selling them on top of that, not just the bracelet, but the bag. Look at this. You've got this nice little fashiony bag in the back, what matches the bracelet and the look. And you've got these like, distressed part of the jeans right here. And it really does complement the look. So what I might want to do is, I might want to sell the jeans as well. And these are just distressed jeans you could put into AliExpress. But you can find everything in this image is from AliExpress. But if we then go here, guess what? This ankle bracelet is different to this one. So you're giving people options that make sense. And when you give people in Q4 ideas that work, because the problem with customers is they don't want to buy things because they're not sure. But if you're saying to them, and fashion, let me just put this on here as well as the niches. So with niches, I'm going to put this here. Fashion's a solid niche. Fashion is solid. So I'm just adding that on there so you guys know. So with fashion, people don't want to buy something if they don't think it looks right. People buy fashionable products or fashion products or clothing from your website because they think as a company, you know what you're talking about when it comes to styling them. So if you say to the customer, well, look, these shoes are good, but they won't look good unless you have the ankle bracelet because it complements the shoe, then they're going to buy both of them because they're going to think, well, if I don't buy the bracelet, it's not going to look right. So the whole point of marketing during Q4 is by telling the customer what they need and how they need it for them to get the perfect, well, final result, which is they want to look good on Christmas, whatever it could be. So this is something that you need to think about, guys. Not many people do. And look, honestly, it's ridiculous, the amount of... It makes me laugh. And you know what? I might be tempted to do this myself. I might do this one myself. Look, the ankle bracelet in this one's different. It's these pearls. This one's got the love hearts. But look, she's wearing a pair of black joggy bottoms. So for each image, there's a different style. Now imagine putting that on your website, a different style for each one. So then that way, you're selling at least 3 different items, which means you're going to be making potentially $50, $40, you know? So I know I rambled on there a lot, but I just wanted to say to you guys, really think and don't overthink about what to do. It is right in front of your eyes, you know, right in front of your eyes. Now, for those that are asking about fashion products and the size charts and what you should be going for, if you are going to be selling if you are going to be selling fashionable products and things that are clothing, make sure you're getting a European size chart and make sure you're getting a USA size chart as well, because it's very important with fashion that you issues because of the size chart. So do bear that in mind, guys. I hope that made a lot of sense. I hope that's made you think a little bit about where's it gone? Upsells. Now, what other upsells? Now, we've got to think, because this all ties in together. You've got upsells, but then you've got the niches that you're going to upsell in. So let's move back on to, so let's do, for example, let's do every year round. This product does very well. Now, I'm gonna be testing you guys. So I'm going to be testing you guys now. So I'm just reading the comments, guys. Sorry about not talking actively. I'm just having a look to see what you guys are saying, because you guys are asking some good questions here. So yeah, good questions that you guys are asking. And obviously somebody's saying that these shoes are bad quality. I don't know. You'd have to try them out, and that's the key. Now, let me just quickly change this to order amount. So something that I wanted to touch on quickly was how can we find related products? So somebody just asked, well, if I find a product and I'm happy with it, how can then I go and find a related product? How you can go and find a related product is by going and thinking to yourself, well, what would work with this product nicely? And this is an example. I'm going to be showing you another example now. Again, depending on the niche that you're selling in, depends on what you can upsell. And some of them just work all the time. Now, with a blackhead remover, which is your facial vacuum sucker, now these do well every single year. I don't know what it is with this product, but every year they do well. Now, with this product, what could I upsell? Now, for the tech industry, it doesn't matter what form of tech it is. It could be phone cases that have an electronical aspect to it. It could be a tripod. It could be a vacuum sucker. It could be a kitchen utensil. What upsell, and those that have watched my channel for a while will know which one I'm talking about. Which upsell that could apply to every single one of those products. And again, every niche has a mandatory upsell, meaning that it doesn't matter what you're selling, it is an upsell. Now, guess what this upsell is going to be? I'm going to show you right now. It's going to be a warranty upsell. So, oh shit. It's going to be a warranty upsell. Excuse my French. It's going to be a warranty upsell. Now, I've talked about this every single year. Now, why am I talking about it every single year? Because I make a ton of money selling warranty upsells every single year. Now, when you go and buy a new laptop, what do they say to you at the end? Do you want to have warranty on top of this? Now, regardless, you always give, it does anyway. You always give 1 year free. So 1 year technically should be for free. By law, you should always give 1 year free of warranty. And this warranty covers things like faults. So it covers faults, you know. So the 1 year for free covers your faults. That's what this one does. And by law, 1 year free covers faults. So that by law is what you should cover. Now, if you're going to sell tech products, you guys need to know this, because if you don't, you're going to get yourself into trouble. By law, you need to give people 1 year for free, but it only covers if the product has any faults or there's any certain issues with it, or does it arrive faulty or broken, example. Now, the warranty upsell will cover this, but for extra 2 years. So this could cover it for an extra 2 years. So technically, they're getting a 3-year warranty for free. Now, what you could do is you could then say, well, look, we're going to cover things like this. Water, damage. You're going to cover things like accidental damage. Now, I don't recommend you do this, but you can mess around with it. Now, what I normally charge for this is an extra $9.99 is what I normally charge for this. $9.99 is what I normally charge for this. This one's for free, of course. And you're going to be doing this on the same page as where they buy it. They can add it as a bundle. They can add it at checkout. And I find that this works best at checkout. When you check out, this works best. Now, the warranty should only apply per product. So per product. So this doesn't account to everything they buy. This is per product. So if they buy 3 different products, they need to buy this 3 times. Now, let me give you the mathematics on this because a lot of people question how profitable this is. So we're going to get the trusty calculator. And how can I make this bigger? You can't even make it bigger. That's really, really shit. Excuse my French again. Let me actually go to Google and type in a calculator. Try to make the screen really big so you can see it. My spelling's really bad as well. I'm trying to show you guys an example of this. Now, might have just been better off using the Apple calculator, but anyway. So here we go. We've got a calculator. I just wanted to make it big enough so you could see it. So if you're selling, so let's say 100 people, and this is based on my own results, by the way. Let's say 100 people times $9.99. That's going to give you $900. And remember, there's no shipping costs. So with this, profit. The reason why there's pure profit is because you're not having to buy anything physical and you're not having to ship anything. So it's pure profit. So let's do this again. $9.99 times 100 because 100 people buy it. Now let's say, for example, you need to warrant this warranty. Let's say out of 100 people, only 3 people out of 100 people use it. And these are personally my numbers. And if you're selling products that are really, really good, you won't have this issue on a mass scale. But let's say out of 100, 3 have an issue. Okay? And I think that's fair enough. Or even let's say 10 people out of 100 people have an issue. And that's 10%, which I think is way too high. But let's just say worst case scenario. Then you're going to be taking away roughly you're going to be taking away $100. So let's minus $100. Worst case scenario. You're still left with $899 in profit. So that's in terms of how profitable that kind of technique can be. And this can apply to anything that's technical. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, blackhead remover, you name it. Anything technical, this can work. So yeah. Do make sure that do make sure you know that. Now, another upsell. That you can do is going to be this one. It's going to be, I'm going to leave the warranty upsell up there, by the way. You can do a product upgrade. And the reason why I'm going over this a lot in detail is because during Q4, you need to make a lot of money. If you're not making a lot of money during Q4, you're going to really struggle. So product upgrade is another upside that you can do. So product upgrade, let's go over this. So I'm going to show you an example, okay? This works better with tech products. And again, tech products do well all the time. So, well, during Q4, of course. So let me make a bit of context for this idea. So a product upgrade. So base model is going to be $29.99. Pro model is going to cost you, let's say, $49.99. Oh, sugar. $49.99. That's what the Pro model is going to cost you compared to the base model, okay? Now, if I go to smartwatch, you can see here smartwatch. This could be the base model. Now, obviously, you need to have a look at the specifications. What specs, and again, I can't emphasize this enough, what you need to make sure that the product that you're selling is a better version of, obviously, this could be, so let's say, for example, this is the base model. I'm buying it for $4.92. Let's say, for example, this is the Pro model. This is the Pro model because this is a Y68 and I don't know which one it is. But you kind of get the idea I'm making. You can see, because you can see here the model name DC20. So you can see they call this one the Pro version. So what you might want to do is you might want to make, I'm just going to say this is the Pro model because it's more expensive. It looks nicer. It's the 2021 one. So what you could do is you could say that the Pro model, so this could be the 2021 Pro model. This could be the 2020 base model. Now, if you're buying this product for $4 and you're buying this one for $10, when they go to add it to cart, so when they add this, now, if they add this to cart, they're going to get a pop-up straight away saying, would you like to upgrade to the Pro model at a 20% discount? And then because they've upgraded to the Pro model, you're making in profit an extra, potentially, if we do the maths, you're making an extra $15. Now, you can't apply this to every single product because it won't work. But on a lot of the products that will do well during Q4, this will work. And it's called a product upgrade. And everybody does this to you all the time. They try and upgrade you on the latest thing. So that's another upsell that works really, really well. And can make a lot of money. And the thing with Q4 is you want to try and do upsells that will just work and people don't need to think about, yes, do I do it or do I not do it? You want upsells that people are just going to buy because you need that money. Now, next thing you're going to need is subscriptions. My spelling is really bad. I don't even think I've spelled that right anyway. But subscriptions is the next one. Now, you might, again, I would either recommend monthly or every 3 months. This is what I would recommend for the next upsell. And again, this is the last one I'm going to be talking about on the upsell section. So you're going to be doing a subscription model. Normally, monthly is the better one to do, by the way. Monthly is way better. Or you can go for every 3 months. Now, what products could you potentially do this with? Now, beauty is the one. So if we type in beauty, you're going to see a couple of ideas. And again, beauty is one of the best selling products, well, industries, niches during Q4. So it's not like you're picking a niche that might not do it or might do it. It's a niche that will do it. So here we go. We've got the beauty coming up. You want to sort this out by orders. And 2 seconds. I'm going to try and find a product that will work for this. So here we go. Now, this is going to work on a very small scale, by the way. I'm just going to be using this as the example. Let me try and find if I can find a better example for this. Because I'm really trying to show you guys how this subscription model can really work well. Where's the product gone that I normally use? So I don't want to waste too much time to try and show. So I'm just going to use this as an example. So these are black eye, or should I say dark eye color brighteners. Well, brightens your eyes up if you've got dark eyes. So these are anti-aging dark circle eyes, you know. Now, this might not be the main product on your website. Let me make that very clear. This could just be an upsell. So this could just be an upsell of a main product. So the main product could be, for example, a face steamer. So a face steamer could be the main product. But then the second product, the upsell, could be this product. But then guess what this product is? It runs out. This will run out. So then what you do is you say to people on your website, if you want to keep your eyes anti-aging and get rid of the dark circles, you need to be consistent. Because what a lot of people will do is they will order a pack of 20, and we've all done this in our own lives, and then once they run out, they're like, well, have I got results yet, or has it worked yet? And the question's going to be, well, no, it's not. It's got to be a consistent thing. It's like when you try and whiten your teeth. It's a long-term project. Now, you want to put on your website, when they add this as an upsell to the main product being a face steamer, keep it consistent. And you want to put in the copy around, well, look, you might get bright eyes after using it 20 times, but it might run out if you stop using them. So by stopping that and keeping that from happening, activate the subscription model. Now, you just need to go to the App Store on Shopify and type in subscription model, and it'll give you loads of apps you can use to do this, and they're very easy to use, and there's a lot of videos on how to do it. So this is another way you can implement your subscription model. Now, beauty is one of the best ones, and it tends to be the better converting one, because you got to think to yourself, well, with subscription models, people need to really think about it in terms of, well, do I really need it on a monthly basis, or is this more of a, I don't actually need it? Now, beauty is one of those ones where people will spend a lot of money and will commit to it. So that's something you want to do. And you also want to do with subscription models for Q4, commitment models. So if they commit to 6 months, it doesn't mean they have to pay for 6 months up front, but it means that they will order it monthly for 6 times. You get a discount. You get a discount of 10% on your monthly orders. That way, they're committing to you. Guys, really do listen to what I'm telling you right now. I'm guaranteeing, well, if this works, it's going to guarantee you 6 months of money for your store, which is insane, off one order. So if they commit to paying, well, if they commit to staying with you for 6 months, and they don't have to pay it all up front, but it's just the commitment, they get a 10 or 20, I'm going to calculate it, off each month. It's just the commitment. Then that way you know that one customer is going to give you 6 months of orders. So this is all things you can do with a subscription app. There's loads on at Shopify that can let you do all these things. I'm just giving you guys ideas. I'm just giving you guys ideas on how this can work, you know? And I'm just giving you ideas on how I've used this in myself, you know? But I would really recommend with you guys that this only works if you get... This only works if you get commitment. If you don't get commitment, then this won't work. Because everybody's like, yeah, dropshipping subscription models or e-commerce subscription models. Well, yeah, that's nice. It's a nice thing to think about and have, because it's basically passive income. It's basically guaranteeing you revenue each month. Yes. But unless you've got this, then this does not work. So it's just something to think about. I know I've been drilling on about it for a while, but it's just something I need you guys to really think about. If not, it's just not going to work for you. That kind of covers in with lifetime as well, so I'm going to delete that, and that also talks about the store. Retention, again, retention is going to be in terms of, so let's go over apps actually. So let's quickly go over the apps. Let's do this in chronological order. Apps. So the apps that you're going to need are going to be things like profit apps. You're going to also need reviews. You're also going to need SMS, email marketing. You're also going to need bold upsell. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Make sure you guys smash the like button, because I haven't actually checked on the like button right now, but I know I'm dropping a lot of value. If you guys also, I need some feedback. If you guys have any knowledge or if you guys have learned anything new on today's live stream or got any ideas or anything, let me know in the live stream, just because that means that I know I'm doing my job well, or if I'm not. So if you can let me know, that'd be great. Bold upsell is what you need as well. I'm trying to think on the top of my head what else you're going to need. Trying to think on top of my head, what else would you need? Okay, yeah, track. Sure. That's also what you're gonna need. You're also gonna need something like Shopify is also what you're gonna need. These are the main ones though, guys. Like, honestly, I don't think you need much more than that. Those are the ones that you really, really need, in my opinion. Now, let's move. I'm going to come back to apps in a minute, because I'm just had a bit of a blank moment because I've been talking a lot. Let's talk about marketing, because this is really, really important. This is going to be really, really important, the marketing aspect. So let's talk about the marketing aspect. Now, you've got things like Facebook ads. So the ones that we're going to be using this year is Facebook ads. Now I don't want this highlighted. Let me just unhighlight this quickly. Facebook ads, TikTok ads, influencer marketing, YouTube. And I'm going to be showing you guys exactly the ratios that we'll be using as well. YouTube. So let me go over, because I don't think people are going to tell you this. So why this is important is because if you guys don't, so with influencer marketing, it's very, very powerful during Q4. Don't get it twisted. But if you don't reach out to influencers at least a month or two in advance, you're not going to work. This will be saved, by the way, on replay as well. So if you do not reach out to the influencers that you want to work with a month or two in advance, they're not going to work with you, because guess what? It's supply and demand. So supply and demand is going to really kick in here. Why is it going to kick in here? Because they're going to get loads of people reaching out to them. Can you quickly post about my product? Now, influencer marketing during Q4 really does well. And the reason why is because people turn to influencers to get ideas for what to buy their boyfriends, girlfriends, mom and dads. Because when people can't think of ideas, they go to other people for ideas. And this is why this strategy here works really, really well. And this is one of my favorite strategies during Q4. Influencer marketing, one of my favorite ones. But you need to give people time in advance. But again, supply and demand. Now, what works really well for things like this is, again, your beauties, your other things that I've also mentioned on this list. So influencer marketing is really good, guys. I'd definitely recommend it. Don't sleep on it this year, but you need to get yourself your so look, at the moment, it's 29th of September. You haven't got long to start reaching out to influencers that you want to work with. You haven't got long to build a store and think about, wow, this is the niche I want to go into. These are the products that I want to go into. And again, if you want to try and find products to sell, get yourself a 2-day trial on Peakster, and then you can change the dates to last November, December, October, and it's going to show you products that did well that year, so you know what to use. Again, it's just showing you here a nose piercing that's doing really, really well at the moment. So yeah. And then you know what you're doing, but you need to plan in advance. Now, TikTok ads are going to do really, really well. Now, to give you guys some ratio, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing around about 25% on Facebook ads. So I'm going to be advertising my products for Q4. 25% of the amount is going to be on Facebook ads. Now, I'm going to be spending 50% of our marketing efforts on TikTok ads. So that then combines 75%. Now, I'm also going to be doing around about 15% on influencer marketing. Now, although these ratios might not seem like a lot, it depends on what scale you're doing them on, of course. Then I'm going to finish this off on YouTube ads, and that will leave me with about 10% if I've calculated that right. I think I have. So that'll be 75, 5, 8. So yeah, 10%. I did that right. Yeah, good. So that's the ratios that we've actually got scheduled in right now for what we're doing our ads. If you guys want to copy that formula, then go ahead. The reason why we're not doing much on Facebook ads is because this is going to be so expensive. This is going to be, I can't even find the thing, expensive. That's going to be really expensive. And I think, you know what's going to help you guys? It's going to be by doing this. Let me just do something. I think I know what could help you guys. So Facebook ads is going to be, I'm going to make it $1. The more dollar signs, the more expensive the platform will be during Q4. I think that's a good way of making this. So the more dollar signs that I've put on the start of the name basically means how expensive it's going to be during Q4. I hope that makes sense. If you've used Apple Maps, you'll know what this means. So yeah, TikTok ads is going to be roughly that type of pricing. Influencer marketing, it's going to be pretty cheap. You're looking at here. Wrong one from there. You're looking at that type of price. YouTube ads, again, you're looking at around about those, you know? Let me just move that here as well. So those are the price formulas that you're looking at right now. And Google Ads, if you're asking, Google Ads are going to rank in these two here. So Google Ads, you're going to rank, in terms of pricing, they're going to rank up here in terms of how expensive they're going to be to run. For those that don't know. So do bear that in mind, guys. This is the rankings of, and that's why we're not spending most of our money here. And the majority of our money here is going to be based on warm audiences. TikTok ads is going to be our main. So this is going to be the main. So this is going to be like for main cold traffic. So this is going to be for main cold traffic. So is this. This is going to be for warm traffic. Going to be for warm traffic. So to get my cold traffic, I'm going to be using TikTok ads. Because if you're using cold traffic here, you're going to get absolutely smashed on with the price. And you've got to really think strategy-wise how you're going to do this, because you're going to have to acquire more cold traffic because you can't always work on warm traffic because it dies out. So this is going to be my pump to pump out my main cold traffic. And so is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is always cold, you know. It's slightly warm because of the influencer, but overall it's cold traffic. The people won't know who I am, nor will hear. But if you've got Google Analytics installed, pardon me, on your Shopify store, you can do warm traffic on here. That's fine. If you've got the Facebook Pixel installed on your website, the traffic from here can be put on here. Same with here. The traffic that comes from here can be put on here because it's on the Facebook Pixel. Because whatever the Pixel inquires, when you run cold, even interest targeting, it will work well on here. So I hope that makes sense. I know I've probably made that look a little bit weird in terms of how I've explained it, but I hope it makes a little bit of sense. And this is what we want to do this year based on profit margins that we think are going to work well. If you guys can let me know in the comment section if this is making sense, that would be good. Now, for those that don't know what cold traffic is, people that don't know who you are, they've never seen your website before, they don't trust you, that's what cold traffic is. Warm traffic is people that already trust you, heard of you, known you, so forth. Retargeting, non-retargeting, think of it like that to a certain extent. If it makes sense, let me know. But I hope it does, because I'm trying to teach you guys where your money is going to be worse and where it's going to be better off, and how to strategically spend your money for it to be profitable. But these are things that not many people think about, and this can apply even out throughout the year. Obviously, during the rest of the year, this is going to be cheaper, but you want to think a little bit on these time frames. Now, this all ties in with the profit. You know, you during Q4. So profit margins during Q4, you can get yourself to around about, in my opinion, you want to be aiming for these percents. Dropshipping wise, oh shit, I put it the wrong way. Dropshipping wise, you want to make sure that you're working on these ratios whilst dropshipping. Now, let me just add something on here. So the last thing that I want to touch on quickly is suppliers. Now, this is important. Suppliers / branding. This is really, really, really important. It's one of the most important things that I can note right here. Now, the reason why suppliers and branding is important is because you want to start dropshipping. So you start dropshipping. So you want to start dropshipping. Everybody wants to dropship to start with, because guess what? This saves the risk that is involved with you running your store. So this takes the risk away to a certain extent. Now, once you're getting 10 orders a day, so once you're getting 10 orders a day, you then want to move to So as soon as you're getting 10 orders a day for, let's say, So once you're getting 10 orders a day for 1 to 2 weeks with a product that you're selling on your website, then you want to move into agents. You do not want to be dropshipping long-term during Q4 because you're going to get absolutely smashed with delivery times. Dropshipping during Q4 can be a nightmare because of logistical issues. So you do not want to be staying here for long. So that's why I'm saying 1 to 2 weeks, cut it short. Then you want to be working with agents. Now, ECOM, this is we use for agents, ECOM Ops. I'll leave it in the cheat sheet, but this is the company we use for agents. And these guys will help brand your product and stuff like that. Because guys, let me tell you something right now that not many people will tell you, which is, now in terms of, so before I actually get into that part, in terms of the suppliers you want to be using here, you could use people like CJ, you could use people like Wio, you could use people like Hyper SKU and all those people. That they're just examples, you know. But what I really wanted to cover with you guys is, let me just put that here, agents. Because at the end of the day, what you want to use Q4 is the best time to take a dropshipping store from a dropshipping store. Last year, I taught somebody who's based in the UK as well, and I was able to help him. And he was brand new to e-commerce and dropshipping. He started during like August and he smashed it with a it was a general product. It could be sold to anybody. Now he smashed it with that product, but Q4 gave him that much leverage in terms of order amount, volume, sales, profit, you name it, customer base and all that, to then build a brand to run into the next year. So if you're selling a product that can be sold all year round because it's a forever green product, then this is powerful because you're going to leverage the busiest time of the year to build up your customers, to build up your money, to build up your brand awareness. And then during the next year, you're turning that Q4 dropshipping business into a real business. And you've got them everything in business from Q4 to then make this work. So Q4 can really change people's lives because of that whole scenario where you're able to turn one little dropshipping store into a real brand where you're doing 100K a month. You're doing 35 to 45% profit margins every single month. So that's why Q4 is so powerful. That's why it is the best time of the year to get involved, and time's ticking, you got to get started. And that's how I would position myself if I was you guys. Now, the good thing is, if your dropshipping store does well this year, it can do well next year as well, just tweaking it. So bear those things in mind. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit short. Now, guys, in terms of agents, these are the guys you want to be using. I'll leave a link here. I think I can link it, but I'll leave it linked here. But that's pretty much new to live stream. Watch this on the replay because you will learn a lot from it. You know, you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, guys, take it easy.